Hi everyone, so today I have a makeup tutorial and it's on this look. This is something I would normally wear on like date night, going out with my husband. This is a more like soft, romantic, warm tone look. Typically all the makeup I wear is warm, but I really love this one. It's just really romantic, I guess. Everything that I use is at the drugstore or at Ulta. So everybody should be able to get a hold of these items if you don't have them already. So yeah, let's get to it.
Okay, so first I like to start off with a clean bare face, and then I'll use some chapstick to give my lips some moisture. Then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Eyelid primer. Now this is only $1, and by no means is it the best eyelid primer out there at the drugstore, but for $1, it does a really good job. I notice that there's less creasing, my shadow stays on longer, so I like to use this one. Okay, now I'm taking a big fluffy brush. I think this is actually a concealer brush, but I like to use it on my eyes. It covers a lot of area, so it gets done faster. I'm going to be going in and using my e.l.f. This is like their 100 eyeshadow palettes, and they don't label the eyeshadows, so you'll have to just go by what I'm pointing at. I'm using kind of like a really soft orangey yellow color, and then the other one is more along the lines of orange. I'm just going to mix between those two and apply that all over my eye, and the crease and the eyelid, and take it up a little bit towards my brow. And this just really warms up the eye. Alright, now we're going to go in with this Milani eyeshadow. It's called Bella Cafe. It's this beautiful, like, light brown taupey color. I'm going to take that into my crease and kind of bring it up a little bit. This is a great transition color that I like to use. Okay, now I have this Wet n Wild. This is their Comfort Zone palette. And I'm going to take one of their definer colors. It's on the bottom right-hand column. This is a beautiful, like, duochrome shadow. It looks like a brownie, turquoisey color in the pan, and then when it gets on the eye, it has more of a red tint to it. So I'm going to take that into my crease, take it up a little bit with that transition color, and I'll also bring it down into the outer portion of my eyelid, just to kind of give it a little more of a smoky look. Okay, now go back in with that big fluffy brush and blend that out because I don't want any harsh lines. And then we'll also take the big fluffy brush and go back in with that light orangey yellow color and the other orange color together. And I'll just kind of put a little right above that duochrome color just to warm the eyes back up because I feel like I kind of lost some of the color. Okay, going back to that Wet n Wild palette, I'm going to be using the other definer color. It's on the bottom left-hand side, and it's a real dark brown color. I'm going to use that in the outer V portion of my eyes, and that just kind of gives a little more depth. It just defines it a little more, and I like the look of that. So I'm just going to apply that there, and then I'm going to go back in with the other definer duochrome color and put that a little bit on top of it so it kind of blends and melds a little better. Okay, now we're going to use this L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow. This one's an Amber Rush. It is my favorite. I love this color. Now we're going to use I have this trio from Wet n Wild. This is called Walking on Eggshells. Okay, so for my eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Maybelline, I think it's their Eye Studio gel liner. I've really come to enjoy using gel liner. I feel like I get a cleaner, sharper look. There's no glitter or any, shiny effect to it. It's just straight, like matte black almost. So I'm going to use that right along my eyelashes, kind of tightline it a little bit. And then I'll also give myself just a little bit of a wing, nothing dramatic or anything. So we'll just keep it on the top half of our eye. And then later we'll go in and use a smudge brush and use some eyeshadows on the bottom half of our eyelashes. Okay, now we're going to give my eyelashes a quick curl. I like to hold the curler for about 10 to 15 seconds, twice on each eye. And then I'm going to go and use, the Rimmel lash accelerator. And this is the blackest color that they have. And I'm just going to give myself a quick coat of that on the top half. I'm not going to use this on my bottom eyelashes yet. Okay, now for the funny part. I'm going to be using the Monistat, chafing relief powder gel. You may think I'm losing my mind, but I like to use this as a primer. I'll use it in my T-zone. Mainly, it keeps me matte. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation. I'm using 115. And I am amazed, I feel like this foundation matches me the best out of all of my foundations I currently own. So I'm really liking this one right now. I'm just going to apply this all over my face by using little dots. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques, I think it's a complexion brush. I don't know, you can use it with foundation though. So now I'm going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealers. These have to be one of my top favorite concealers. These are so good. The colors I'm using are light, and then the other one is in brightener or illuminator. I like to put the light one on first, just so that conceals any dark circles or any, ugly shadows that I have. And then I will also take it on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose and chin, just so it balances out. It looks a lot better, I feel like. And I'll also do the same with the brightener. It's called Reserve Your Cabana, and it just has this beautiful, healthy glow to it. Next, to set my foundation, I'm using the Rimmel matte powder. Okay, so I forgot to show you guys, but I went back to the Comfort Zone palette by Wet n Wild, and I am using their, it's on the left-hand column. I forget which one. I don't think it's the crease. I think it's the eyelid color, and it's like a coppery, it's not a gold, it's more of a copper color. And I'm going to smudge that all along my bottom eyelid, so from corner to corner. And then I'll take the color right underneath that one, and that one should be the eyelid color in the left-hand column, and that one is more of a light brown, kind of a coppery light brown shade. And I will take that in the... Okay, so going to the top half of that palette, I'm using the brow bone color on the left-hand side. It's a real pretty, goldy champagne color. I'm going to take that and put that on my inner corner. Alright, so we're going to go back in with the Lash Accelerator mascara and apply that to the bottom lashes. I do a couple of coats of that. And then it's time for some false eyelashes. Now, I don't wear false eyelashes all the time. This is kind of like a special occasion when I want to feel really pretty. These are the Ardell Demi Wispy lashes in 120. They're my favorite. So I'm going to apply some duo glue to that. And the trick is to let the glue sit there for a minute. You got to let the glue get tacky, because then it's easier to work with and to press on. So I apply the glue, and I'll blow on it for a few seconds, and then I just kind of place it on my eyelash. I don't press it in or anything. I just let it lay there, and it kind of lets it set a little longer, and I'll go ahead and do the other, false eyelash. And then as I let the other one sit there, I'll go ahead and apply the other one that was sitting there first. So now I really am not that great at doing my brows yet. This is something I've just recently started to do because I do have pretty big eyebrows. But I noticed that now that I'm getting older, I have like kind of sparse areas, and I like to fill them in. It makes it look cleaner and just better groomed. I don't know. I think it makes my makeup look more complete. So I'm going in with the Wet n Wild. This is their eyebrow pencil, and it's in taupe. I need to start using a darker color, but this is the one I had currently. So I'll just apply that, and I'll make sure to brush it out with my little spoolie brush. So this is an e.l.f. This is like a, let's see, eyelash and eyebrow clear mascara gel, I guess. And it's only $1, so it's real inexpensive. But I like to use this to set my eyebrows just to make sure I don't have any eyebrow hairs flying around, hanging out where they're not supposed to. So now it's time to do a little bronzing. I'm going to first start off with contouring. This is a face powder by Covergirl. I think it's from their clean line. I got this years ago, and I'm just trying to use it up. It's not my favorite. It is a tan color. I don't remember the one off the top of my head. I'll link it below what color it is. But I'm going to take that. I like to use face powders to contour with. Just because there's no sparkles or anything that will make me look muddy, or just, muddy and gross. And I'm just going to take that right along my cheekbones. I'll take it up on my forehead, my jawline, and a little bit on my nose also. I don't have an issue with my nose, but the reason I put it there is because I like to feel balanced, and I like to have a little color. So that's why I put that there. Now I'm going to use my current favorite drugstore bronzer, and this one's by NYC. It's called Sunny. And the great thing about it is it's got to be around $3. I know it's no more than $4. This is a beautiful bronzer. I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. I'll also take it along my forehead. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. In my jawline, just to kind of balance everything, warm everything up. Because Mama's got a round face and she needs some color. Okay, for my blush, I'm using Milani's Luminoso. And then to clean things up, I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush, and I'm just going to go right along where my contour line is, just to make it look a little harsher, I guess, a little harsher contour. So for my highlighter, I'm using an e.l.f. This is one of their baked blushes, which this isn't a blush, it's a highlighter. It's called Pinktastic, and it's a real pretty like champagne gold color. And I like to apply that to the top of my cheekbones, my highest point, and just a little on the bridge of my nose. And I like to take it on my finger and put it above my top lip. That kind of gives me a little bit more of a fuller lip when I apply my lipstick. Next, I like to use lip liner. I think lip liner is the way to go for me. Like, I like the way how clean it looks, makes my lips feel more defined. It's just, I feel more put together when I use it. So I'm using the Rimmel lip liner in Enchantment, and I'm just going to line my top and bottom lip. And on my bottom lip, right in the center, I like to put kind of a smudge of a thick line. That just kind of makes my bottom lip look fuller. And I'll also take the lip liner and fill in the sides of my lips, and I'll leave the middle, just a middle strip on top and bottom blank, and that kind of gives a fuller effect also. So now I'm going in with this Kardashian Chroma joystick like lip color. This one's in Babydoll. I love this pretty pink color. This one I found at my local Fred Meyers, which is a grocery store, but I know everywhere else that they will carry this in Ulta. So I just apply that on top of the lip liner, and then I will also go in with this Maybelline lip elixir, and this one is in infused caramel, I think, and that just kind of gives a pretty pink nude effect to it.